Hello, my name is Swissbianco. In this video I will talk about the svord pheasant knife. The bigger version, as I have it here in my hand. The bigger version comes in a yellow packaging, yellow paper insert. The smaller version has a blue insert. It's a simple insert with a paper, simple plastic tubing with the paper insert. We're gonna look first a bit on the paper. It's just a folded paper, basically about the warranty and the registration that you can do, and how you should adjust the tension. And on the back side, a bit more about the history of it. It's made in New Zealand. Yeah, I want to point out quick the website. The email and the website is there on the bottom of the paper. That company make a lot of different knives. Most famous they are for the pheasant knife, because that is a simple design. It's a friction folder. Basically we have just the blade wedged between the handles, the scales. There is no lock and nothing hold the blade in place at all. So it's basically two handle parts, the two screws and a blade in between. And also what we don't see here too well is a stop pin inside. That's just a small stop pin. So as we open it up, it looks like this. It's easy to use. Basically, as you hold it, the part here gonna push against the hand. So as you cut with it, it's not gonna fold. It cannot fold on you because the blade can't go up as you hold it correct. If you would hold it like this, of course it could move around. So you always hold it like this, and you cut and whittle it like that. So that works pretty well. Had it already tested out. We see some markings on the carbon steel blade. The blades are pretty rough made. It came on here pretty sharp, but it's a carbon steel blade. We see that it's quite likely grinded by hand, because the grinding lines are that uneven. It adds to the charm and to the character of that simple knives of the svord pheasant line. And yeah, it's a simple stamped carbon steel. The heat treating looks pretty good. I did, as I say, I tested out for some time now with whittling, and yeah, it's pretty nice. I took it apart. You can easily unscrew it and look inside. There is really not much going on at all. As we see here, I got two more handles that I found. Basically inside we see the main holes. The main hole for the blade, for the privet, and the rear side is for the second screw. Both screws are the same, and in here goes the stop pin. It's a simple pin. The other two holes have no purpose. Maybe that is for manufacturing, where they did injection mold. This version here was that point here. So there you always need to remove a bit the dimple, otherwise you feel it in your hand. It's right there, where in the middle of the curve where you have your fingers. So I did that already, so that is gone. So that's all what it is. It has no washers, nothing around the blade. Basically it's just that part here that they mold into that handle. With the white one is exactly the same. So the color doesn't matter at all. It's all the same. This one's I gonna complete. I had good luck and found just the handles cheap, so I did wanna test that out. how that looks. That's going to be a unique one because it has two colors. The scales come in many different colors. I saw green, orange, red, white, blue, and black, of course. Black is most common. The other, did I mention yellow? I think so. Yellow I saw too. So black is of course the most common. I did choose blue because I found a deal on the blue color. That is perfectly well for test out. And the very first original pre-order, as best as I know, pre-order the nylon scales were only wood versions. Pretty nice wood. The price was a bit more expensive than the nylon ones. So that much about that. So it's the same shape, it's just a medium quality wood. I did not go with wood for this style. And they also do, I did not have that much in my hand. It's like a zinc plated steel handle. It's really thin. It's about as thin as the blade itself. So it's a thin handle, and they do the same in aluminum, also thin. I can't tell too much about this. I would not recommend it either, because with such a thin handle material, it's not going to be comfortable in the hand as you use it. So I did not go with that. It for sure would be easier to carry because the handle is then way thinner. But for using, and I used this knife, I did test it out and whittle bit with it. And yeah, test it out how well that works without any lock. That I would not go with a thin metal handle. That much about that. I like the knife. It's really simple made, easy to fix up, easy to adjust, easy to use. Anybody can use it. It's really, and it should be, other than the blade length, it's for sure legal anywhere. It's basically a two-hand opening knife. As you see, the tang part that rolls around and goes back in is like this in the closed position. They also sell you a sheet where you can carry it like that. It doesn't have a pocket clip. That's the only disadvantage. But if you really wanna have a pocket clip because of the nylon handle material and the thickness of it, that would be easy to get a knife making clip, a universal clip, and screw it on the handle so you have a pocket clip. I think that should be added on a knife, at least as an option, because we rely on the pocket clips for easier carry many times. So that's the only drawback. And for opening up, you can use both hands. If you get a bit used to it, you just hold it like this, you just flip it over, and then you have it open too. That works, but it's basically designed as a two-hand opening knife. No thumbscrew, no lock, nothing then that can break. It even has a good play in the axis. At least this sample, I cannot speak about the others, but you hear it. But that doesn't matter at all. It's working. It's pretty good. That in this kind of construction, because there is no lock, there is no tolerances that needs to be met really bad. So this works perfectly well. That much about the sword knife, the pheasant folder from New Zealand.